and allow me to ease your troubled mind. You are not seeing double. I'm here joined with our very first guest. It's my brother, Zach. How are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing, Talya. Thank you so much for having me. And
Yeah.
Your audience does not need any introduction to me because I know that it's
Star.
mom and dad.
Yeah, and it's an honor, right? Most guests say it's an honor.
It is an honor to be here.
Well, so the very exciting news is that you just completed medical school and are about to start residency program, which for those of you who don't know, it's 3 to 4 years of working as a doctor while receiving your final training before you're an official attending physician. Is that right?
That is correct. And that 3 to 4 years is for what I'm doing, which is emergency medicine.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, what's really interesting is Zach has been talking about being interested in working in medicine since as young as I can remember. So I was gonna ask you, when did you decide you wanted to be an emergency room doctor, and what about the ER appeals to you?
Well, it all started when you and I were driving one day and I was dropping you off at the mall.
Yeah.
And long story short, you told me that there's this lady that I needed to go check out. And I thought, oh, she looks like she's crying. Let's leave her alone. I don't want to get in people's business. Turns out she was probably having a heart attack, and that was my first time ever doing CPR. And after that, I was hooked.
For me, the really fun dynamic, because it's impractical for you, but very practical for me, is brother doctor, anxiety-ridden sister. I don't think I told you about this one, but a few weeks ago, I was sitting and I blinked a little longer than usual, and I freaked out for a second because I thought someone had turned off the lights. And that's when I knew.
Well, unfortunately, there's no cure for what you have, and it hasn't been diagnosed yet. So
that's
maybe
exciting.
one day.
Well, so if you've listened to Talya Full Tilt before, I mentioned in a previous episode that Zach and I, so Zach's 2 years older, but we have the same birthday. Twinsies! And so I should say for our birthday, our parents got Zach this book. It's Quackery, A Brief History of the Worst Ways to Cure Everything by Lydia King, MD, and Nate Peterson. And they got me Goodnight Moon, so they know what they're working with, which is great. But so I'm very excited. Zach's been reading this book. I know nothing about it, so Zach, take it away.
All right. So this is a segment that we're gonna call Quackery with Zachary.
Quackery with Zachary. Quack, quack.
You would have totally loved most of the stuff in this book back in the day because it's basically all the crazy things they used to do to heal people and the crazy beliefs they would have, and basically inventing more problems than they had solutions back in the day. So I can just share a few fun stories and kind of walk you through.
Yeah, I'm ready. Finally, someone's gonna give me some content.
So in your mind, go to England, let's say about 1800s, talk about the River Thames. Basically one of the biggest issues back then was people would drown all the time in the river. And it was actually such a bad issue that they ended up forming a task unit. A bunch of people whose only task was to prevent people from drowning, and then also to figure out how do we resuscitate these people once they've drowned and we pull them out of the water. This also happens to be around the same time that tobacco was super popular. They had just gotten it from the Native Americans in South America.
That old? Who knew? I thought that was like a baseball thing.
Well, it was starting to be used in medicinal ways. They use it for ear infections, for example. They would blow smoke into people's ear. I thought that would help. So what they ended up thinking was that, okay, let's pull these people out of the water. Let's try to literally blow tobacco smoke up their ass.
Wow.
And is this a show that we can curse on?
Yeah, totally. Go for it.
Okay, great. So, start off with just like a tube. They would put it into someone's butt and just blow the tobacco smoke right in. Of course, that sounds very gross. And can you only imagine what would happen if you accidentally breathed in while trying to blow the smoke in the ass?
Yeah.
You get a face full of whatever the river mixed in with whatever they had for lunch that day.
Like a toasty ass.
Yeah. So not very pleasant. But what they ended up doing was creating like a billow thing that you could kind of blow it in. So at least they came around that part. I think some people probably really were eager to join this task force for this specific reason.
Yeah, butts are very in 2023. It's all about the butt.
And can you imagine like the scandal of ripping off the clothes of somebody like in a time where you couldn't show ankles?
And they had so many layers of clothing. So you're probably like tights, garter, undergarter.
And what's funny is that now we know like mouth to mouth is really good. Back then it was super vulgar. They said
ass.
Mouth to mouth.
Mouth to ass. Yeah. Near and dear to my heart. So is that the origin of the phrase blowing smoke up my ass?
That is literally the origin of
it? Wow, that's exciting because it's like, oh, Oh, you're
It's like
lying
a
to me.
meaningless. It's like a meaningless gesture. It does nothing for the person.
Quackery with Zachary. Quack quack.
So then go into the section about surgery, right? One of the craziest things I learned about was back in the days when arrow wounds were like the most common type from warfare. People used to have to figure out a way to remove an arrow from somebody's body. Can you imagine like an arrow like really lodged into somebody? They found that the easiest way was to just reshoot the arrow. They would literally just put it back in and just shoot it out the body.
Oh, wait, so would it go straight through the body or would it like go outside?
Well, these are like for people who it's already kind of gone halfway through, or yeah, pretty crazy.
Wow. Did most people survive after that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's case by case. Case by case.
Well, I think we might have to go to a new episode.
Okay, yeah.
So thank you so everybody for listening. We'll be back, and with our next episode, we're going to continue. So thank you and stay tuned.
Stay tuned, everybody.
Bye.